Good morning, beautiful souls. It's Anna T. Brooks, your psychic empowerment coach and earth angel, bringing you this week's weekly energy oracle card readings for the week 10th to 16th of February 2020. This is an interesting week. I know some of you are aware that we've had the Leo full moon that's gone ahead around the 9th of February, depending exactly where you are. And this has brought an interesting energy, and I've been feeling this already with this week coming up, that there's been a little bit of a shift. We've had some really powerful weeks in the last few weeks where there's been a lot going on, a lot of changes, a lot of asking you to leap and asking you to move forward if you've been following the last few weeks of energy readings that I've been doing. And I've already felt that this week is a little bit of a different shift in energy. It's a little bit more paced and it's a little bit more subtle really this week, but that's not to say it's not powerful. That's not to say that there isn't still so many things that get to be done in this week. There's just a little bit of a different energy flowing, and this has come through in the cards. So as you guys know, or if you're new, say hey. If you are new, make sure you hit subscribe so you get the readings every single week. You get the notification. And I'd love for you guys to pop a comment in as well and hit like as well if you really enjoy this. I would really appreciate that. So let's get into it. So firstly, what I do is a 3-card oracle reading from the Work Your Light oracle card deck by Rebecca Campbell. So this is the one that I use pretty much most weeks. And so we do a 3-card spread of the energies for the coming week, the mindset, the body, the physical, and then finally the soul spiritual kind of subconscious types of energies. So whereas the mindset is more the conscious energies, the spirit and the soul and the subconscious is the last card. And then I normally do as well a last card, which is more of like an angel answer card for a specific outcome or a situation this week that you're wondering about. However, this week I'm not actually home. I'm in a hotel tonight, and I forgot to bring this particular deck, but that's perfect because with the full moon, I actually really felt called to use the Moonology oracle cards. And so for this week, I've actually pulled an extra card from this deck, and I've asked it with the intention of what can I release, what is coming to an end if I am willing to allow it to release. And you'll know first and foremost if you just feel in whether this card is meant for you. This isn't going to be meant for everyone. I will read through obviously the explanation, so there's slightly different meanings depending what you're personally going through, but it will not resonate with everyone. But for those of you that it does resonate with, for those of you that can feel that actually this is something I've been really wanting some advice on this week with the full moon ending, what gets to be released, this could be something that's just going to support you even further. So let's get into the reading. So the very first card that we have from the Work Your Light oracle card deck is for your mindset, the conscious energies, the things that you're going to be aware of this week. And we have the Council of Light. I'll just try and move around so you can see it as best as possible. There we go. The Council of Light. This one hasn't come up for quite a while. And so the Council of Light is all around divine orchestration and helpers in the subtle realms. The Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spiritual realm. They're willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides devoted to the rising of earth and all humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Like a spirit world united nations, they want to thank you so much for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your requests and let them get to work. So this is an activation card. So if this is resonating with you, then feel free to either put your hand on your heart, or you can put your hand up towards the, oh, wrong one. That's not the one. Up towards your card, up towards the card. Close your eyes, or you can look at the picture and take in this activation. Council of Light, I am ready to receive your help for fulfilling my personal dharmic mission. Thank you for guiding me with clarity every step of the way and for sending me helpers and experiences that delight my mind, body, and soul. So what I'm really feeling from this card in terms of what this means for the energies this week is to ask for help, right? But not just, so this is your mindset, your conscious energy. So you're going to very much feel that this is time to call in support. This is time to ask for more. This is time to understand that you are not alone in this and to actually ask of that help and to start delegating, right? And this is all in the mindset sort of thing. So we're not talking about physical and delegating to others different tasks. We're talking about allowing spirit to take care of things for you, right? Or God, or whatever it is that you happen to believe in. Asking spirit to take care of things for you. If there's something that's been troubling you, if there's something that you need help with, ask for that help. The universe is going to respond to your intentions this week and to your mindset and to what you choose to focus on. And so be open to asking for that help. Don't try and do it all alone, is really what's coming through here. The second card we have is for the body, the physical, and I'm pretty sure, you guys might have to just jog my memory, that this card actually came out last week and it's come out again, and I'm pretty sure it's in the exact same position. So this is Anna, grandmother of Jesus. And this is seeding the light, laying the foundations, divine plan. So this is an interesting one, right? It is an activation card, but I explained this, I think, last week of how I see this physically. So I'll read a little bit from it. So Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. She's not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being, while knowing that they would not see the glorious end result. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, and the mystic who can see the thread that is woven through all of life. Anna teaches us that we all have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on a world stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and to surrender to our part of the plan. So this is another activation card. So you can take this, again, hand on your heart, or you can have hand towards the card, whatever feels good for you. If you want to take this activation in, deep breath. Beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seed of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of my divine plan. So once again, I'm going to keep this pretty short because this has come into the physical, the action-based card for this week, what kind of, what actions to take and support. This is all around understanding that no part is too small. No step that you want to take is too small. Even going back to that first card, the Council of Light, asking for help from spirit can sometimes feel so small. It can feel like, ugh, you know, is anyone actually listening? Does this actually do anything? Is this all just a bunch of woo-woo? And it can feel really insignificant, right? And that's exactly what it's saying, is supporting you to understand that there is nothing too small that you can do. Take the actions, take the steps this week that feel aligned, even if you can't see exactly how that's going to unfold, or even if it feels like, oh, this is really insignificant, this is really unimportant, surely this can't, you know, this isn't going to turn into anything, I need to do something bigger. Let that go and take the steps that you feel aligned to do. Really feel into it, and don't judge yourself for whatever it is that comes through, regardless how small it may seem. Your divine plan is huge for you, right? But if you don't take every guided step as it comes up, then you're going to be shortcutting yourself the parts that get to be easy, right? It does get to be easy. Living our divine plan, living in alignment with ourselves does get to be easy if we allow it to. Whereas if we have these beliefs and we feed into them that if it's not big enough, if it's not huge enough, if it's not like, sorry, lost you for a second there. If it's not revolutionary, then it's not good enough. It is. It absolutely is. Okay. Last one for the subconscious, spiritual, soul kind of card energies for this week. We have the initiation. We haven't had this one for a little bit, I think, but it's an amazing one. The initiation. So if you can see, it's kind of like walking through like a tunnel, walking through like a cave. All right? So let's pull up the meaning here. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred, but only the initiated can enter. That's where you are right now. You're being tested, initiated because you're headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth, of meaning. Initiations, like rites of passages, mark the shift from one age to the next and can take place because of emotional turmoil, great loss, grief, or devastation. But it is through the seeming hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take the sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It can be painful and scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. If you're in the middle of initiation right now, you'll get through it, and one day soon you'll be blessing the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. You're going somewhere sacred and it will be worth it, and you're closer than you think. So this is actually an action card, even though it's in the subconscious energies, and the action is rite of passage. Cross the threshold. So because this has come up in your soul, in the spirit, in the subconscious part, even though it's an action card, it's really encouraging you to allow your soul to guide you through whatever it needs to go through. It is going through a process. It is going through a threshold. It is crossing over from one stage to the next, and allow it to do that, right? Allow your soul to do that, and allow yourself to feel whatever you need to feel, whether it's releasing something, letting something go, some sort of pain or some sort of trauma. Allow yourself to feel it. Your soul is taking care of it. It is crossing that threshold right now. So that's the energies for this week. And like I said, I have one more card from the Moonology Oracle cards. And so this is specifically for those of you that feel that you resonate with this. This is something about what is it that you need to release, or what is it that is already being released and you just need to allow it to process from this full moon. What is it that is passing through right now? And oh, wow. Okay, this is good. This is cool. So the card that came up is the fixed moon, which says, hold your vision. I already know what this is going to say. There are two main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different interpretation, is that something is stuck. So remember, this is what is falling away. This is what has passed. That could well be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels so that events move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break a deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for some self-reflection. So there's some additional meanings that can come through in this card, such as staying power, faith, or persistence or patience are needed. Someone needs to back down. Avoid stagnation, or a personal or professional relationship will be enduring. So this is what is passing. So this can be, like I said, something about something that you need to release. So you might have been going through a stage where you felt, stagnant, and you really needed to avoid being stagnant. Maybe you needed to back down from something, or somebody else needed to back down from something, or maybe you just really needed that staying power and that faith and that persistence when things were not going the way that you thought, and that was kind of the phase that you've been going through. So either way, it can be releasing something that you've been kind of doing and letting that go. So if you have been, feeling like you're holding on to something, you just won't back down. You're just kind of fighting it out, even though it's not working for you. Or the opposite, you've been so persistent and so enduring. This is the time that you get to release that. The hard work is done, and you get to receive now for your faith, for your patience, for your hard work, right? So it's that. It's whatever feels more called to you, whether it's something that you are releasing, something that you are ready to let go of, or it can just be a sign of what has just passed in your life, what kind of stage in your life you've just been through. And now with this new Leo full moon, that stage has gone, that stage has passed over. You're moving into a new phase now. So you can let go of, if you were just working really, really hard towards something, this is that sort of breath of fresh air that might be coming. If you felt like you've just been pushing and pushing and grinding and just nothing's working, it's just not happening, maybe it's time to back down. Maybe it's time to release. Maybe it's time to allow spirit, right? Going back to these cards, allow spirit, Council of Light, to help you, to support you, right? And be there to take, the small steps like we talked about. Take whatever steps feel aligned, because there is an initiation happening, right, in your soul, in the subtle realms within you. So I hope that all makes sense, guys. If you have any questions, of course, please feel free to pop them in. I would love to hear your comments of what resonates as well. And yes, I will see you guys next week. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. Mwah. And remember, live life on purpose. Bye.